All right, welcome to this training section. We're going to be going ahead and walking you through testing your legal website disclaimers and making sure that they are in fact working properly. So there are two main places that you need to go ahead and test this. The first one is going to be the bottom of your website. The second one is going to be the checkbox in the contact form. Let me go ahead and walk you through both of them. So it's going to take me a little bit longer to explain than it is for you to actually go through them, but that way you have the explanation of it. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I am going to go over to our homepage. I'm going to go ahead and hit preview link. Now for me, what I like to do is I always like to go ahead and preview this in incognito window. So we've talked about what an incognito window is in the past. If you don't know, make sure you go ahead and Google it, YouTube it, so you can learn. So we're going to go ahead and new incognito window. I'm going to go ahead and paste it there so I can get a fresh slate here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll all the way down. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and look terms, privacy, and disclosure. So a couple different ways that you can test this, right? So if I go over here, you're going to notice here at the bottom left, okay, bottom left right over here, notice that it is going to be, when I put my mouse over this, right, it'll say terms, privacy policy, and disclosures. That is already showing on my domain exactly the same way that I set it up in the custom values, which is phenomenal. Great. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to hold the command key on my keyboard. Okay, so I'm going to hold the command key because I'm on a Mac computer, but if you're on a Windows computer, you can do this with control. And what I'm now going to do is I'm actually going to click on each of these links and it's going to open up in a different tab, right? So I'm going to click, click, click. So you see at the top here, it is opening up in a different tab. So that is the hotkey. That is the keyboard shortcut to be able to go ahead and open up tabs in the background. Of course, the other way you could do it is you can right click, open link in a new tab. That's another way you can do it, but there is a keyboard shortcut for that, okay? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on each of them and I'm going to check to make sure that the domain name and the terms and the page is actually loading properly. So that one is good, that one is good, and that one is good. Beautiful. So everything is working properly. Now, let me go ahead and actually backtrack just a little bit and show you exactly why and how. Let me kind of open the hood for you and show you the Easter egg of how the system and the strategy was built. So that way this was plug and play for you. So what I'm going to do here, and this is not something you have to do, but it is something that is good for you to be familiar with. So that way you can understand exactly how we were able to do this. And so that way it is in your toolbox and your skill set if you wanted to go ahead and do this with other websites in the future. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and scroll down, and what you're going to see is that we have the terms, privacy, and policy disclosures over here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click on it because this is actually a button. Okay, so the way we program this is that this is a button. And then if I scroll down here, what you'll see is that I have over here the button actions. Okay, and the button action saying that, hey, link to, and it's going to be linked to a website URL. And what you'll notice here is that inside where the website URL is supposed to go, we have actually placed the actual custom value token right over here. Okay, so what do we mean by the custom value token? So if you remember, and I'm gonna go ahead and just do this very quickly for you, is that we have on here, do I have it still open? No, I don't have it open. So let me open this up in another tab here real quick, okay? So we have the custom value token that is placed inside of the actual button. So we have custom values right here. This token, right? So you can click on it and actually copy the token right here. Whatever this token is, and wherever this key or this token is put, that is automatically going to populate what is inside of the value. And so that's exactly what we've done here. Where's my page here? I got to flip through all these tabs over here. There we go. So this right here, and then same thing here is that if I click on the privacy policy one, you'll see that the token or the key for the privacy policy is there. And then also for the same thing for the disclosure. Beautiful. Okay, so that's just under the hood I wanted to show you. Where is the second place that we now need to actually test to make sure that this is working properly? The second place is actually going to be inside, and I might have to open up the website once again. So let me go ahead and open up another incognito window here. Open up the website once again. Whoopsie daisy. See, that's me copying that, that one. That's what we copied right there. So I actually need to go ahead and copy over our website link once again. So I'm going to go to websites, copy the link real quick. And then what's going to happen here is I'm going to go ahead and test the actual checkbox. Okay, so let me go ahead and incognito window. There we go. And then right over here, so you'll see that there's a checkbox right here. So what I want to do is I do want to go ahead and test this. And you'll see if I put my mouse over it again at the bottom left there, it is telling me that it is showing up properly. So NutriFit Wellness terms. So if I click on that, boom, just like that, it is showing up properly with the terms actually linked. Beautiful. So you see that is working properly. So not only is the terms automatically, see, I didn't have to come in here and manually link this, right? It's all because of the custom value. So it was linked at the bottom and it was linked here as well. So how can I show you under the hood to show you what that looks like? So let's go ahead and go back over to our client kit. We're going to then go over to Forms Builder. I'm going to open up that main website contact form that is located on the website. I'm going to go ahead and edit that. And then once I go ahead and edit that, I'm going to click on this right here, this box. And then right over here, let me see if I can zoom in for you and show you, is you see where it has the blue? I'm now going to go ahead and actually highlight that with my mouse. I'm going to click on the three dots right over there, and I'm going to click on the link that is the unbroken chain, right? So there's the broken chain. If I click on that, it's going to break the link. I don't want to do that. I don't want to break the link right now. Instead, what I want to do is I just want to see what the link is. So I click on the link right there, and we'll see here is that the URL that link is supposed to go to is in fact set to be the key or the token for that specific custom value, right? So this is the reason why I'm opening the hood for you, is because in case the system breaks, you want to be empowered and you want to be educated to understand how to be able to fix it. And you don't want to just be a spoon-fed business owner, somebody who is just remote control. Hey, all of a sudden, they gave me this and I don't know how it actually works. No. We want you to understand how it works so that way you are empowered to be able to go ahead and either build this yourself in the future, but you definitely have the skill for yourself as a business owner. Okay, so that is where the token is going to belong. So the beautiful thing again is because wherever that token is, in this case, the terms token, whenever I update this link, it'll update it wherever that token might actually be, right? So let me go ahead and find, where am I? Right over here, right? So I can hit confirm now, I can hit save, or I can just backspace out because I don't want to change anything because it was already linked properly, okay? So that, ladies and gentlemen, is what it is that we're talking about when we say testing the disclaimer links. In terms of just testing them after you've gone ahead and linked them according to the previous training, all you really got to do is just go to the bottom of your website, make sure it's working, go to the actual checkbox in the contact form, make sure it's working in there as well. Of course, if you wanted to go ahead and test this form on the website like we did, you could do that, or you could always just go into integrate and then copy the link there and then just have the link to the form directly as well. And then you can go ahead and paste that there and then test it that way, right? So multiple ways in order to test, but the point is that you for sure want to test it. And ladies and gentlemen, we've talked about this in the past as well, is that troubleshoot if needed. In this specific training, luckily, unlike sometimes, as you're probably going to see in upcoming training sections, or if you've already seen them, where we run into issues like live here when we're making the training, we run into an issue. And then guess what I have to do when I run into an issue? I have to go out there and ask the community and say, hey guys, I ran into this issue. I don't know how to solve it. What do I do, right? And so that's why we say the community is so important. And unless you are going in there and building up that emotional currency, that relationship bank account in order to be able to tap into for your emergency fund, maybe right now you didn't need any help with this, right? Maybe it went A-okay. Maybe it went perfect. But that's exactly the reason why you have to then in that situation go out and give. So that way you can actually build your relationship bank account. You can go out and make peers and friends inside of the community. So that way when you go to ask a question, if you're not getting your question answered, if you're not getting any comments, if people are not replying back to you, hey, where are your friends? Where are the people that you've actually gone out and answered their question? And then when you've actually answered their question, you tag them under a post and they'll be able to help answer your question. And so that's the reason why we say that this is a community. This is why whenever you run into issues, you need the community to be able to help you as well. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the training section on testing your website legal disclaimers links, making sure that they are in fact working properly. You're doing a phenomenal job. Keep up that momentum. This is the infrastructure of your business that is going to be absolutely paying off for you once you go ahead and get your business rocking and rolling. With that being said, we will catch you in the next training section.